should start with introductions then, so go through you one by one, what character you're playing, and your names, of course.
Okay, hi, I'm Sophie O'Shea and I play Begbie.
I'm Dan Pendleton and I'm playing Simon Rimmer.
I'm Shaun Roberts and I play Renton.
I'm Meera Bala and I play Alison.
Okay, so can you guys describe a bit about the play? What's it mainly about? Like, where does the inspiration from it come from?
Well, it's an adaptation of Train Spotting, and it's set in the modern day. And it depicts the lives of the main characters, doesn't it?
Where they are now.
Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like a sequel to Train Spotting, so obviously you drew from that Irvine Welsh Train Spotting. What kind of research did you do to come up with your characters? And obviously it was a collaborative process in your writing, so you had to do your research on your characters from Train Spotting. So how did that help in the end?
Well, the main research that we had to do was not necessarily the backgrounds, but where they are now. Mm-hmm. So we had to think a lot about that, and we had to think a lot about what things they did in the past, as in Train Spotting the book, that have now led them to where they are now. And we thought about that.
I did do some research. I had to look at
you?
How people took heroin and stuff like that, and just get into that space of just what it's like, what it does to your body, how it makes people act, how it makes them feel.
You had to do that as well, didn't you? Sure.
Yeah, but I had to watch people who were a bit older, so I could try and become the older Mark Renton. So I had to watch people who were in the late 40s.
Because he's only 21, would you believe?
And I had it easy because mine's a new character, so I just made him my own and didn't have to worry about his past. I could make that myself.
Okay then, so yeah, let's see what else I've got here. So,
Oh, the only other thing is my research of being a psychopath comes from my dad. In his fits of rage and anger.
Fair enough. So what's been your favourite scene to either rehearse, watch or perform up on stage? Like, what's been like...
The rave scene.
That is hilarious.
Is that your favourite?
That, to rehearse, yeah.
I'm absolutely exhausted in a rave scene. I've got to keep going for about what seems like hours.
It's hilarious.
We do lots of flashbacks to the 90s, and unfortunately one of them is whistles, UV, glow
Proper raving.
sticks, 90s.
Shell suits.
Yeah.
I think it's fortunately. I think it's probably
Did I say unfortunately?
lasers.
Yeah, of course. So it's a very visceral, physical and emotional play to act out, of course, because they're very colourful characters. But how do you think the audience has responded to that, and as well as the comedic elements in the play?
I think we were quite shocked at how much the audience actually laughed at and thought it was funny, and like seeing the comedy element of it, because there was bits that we had rehearsed that we thought, yeah, this would get a laugh, or we'd taken bits from the script and we're like, yeah, that'll get a laugh or a reaction. But some of the bits we devised, even they were getting a good reaction.
We were getting laughs where we weren't expecting, weren't we? But I think that the performances in the moving scenes are so strong that I'm sure, well, afterwards everyone was saying how they definitely felt moved.
But at the same sorry.
It's alright, you go.
At the same time, that is what we always wanted to do, didn't we? We wanted to create something that was quite dark, but humorous at the same time. So it's quite dark humoured. We managed to do it, didn't we?
Yeah, black humour.
What I hope the audience would take from it is I hope that they'd see how much of a ball we had making it, because it's been fun. It's been a fun, enjoyable ride forward, and that's what I hope the audience would see from it, is see how much fun we had with it.
So you're part of Telltale Productions, so what does that entail? Like, how do you meet up and where do you meet up?
Every Thursday.
At the Mellow 7:30.
Yeah.
So once a week.
sometimes.
Yeah. Well, once a week when we think we've got loads of time, and then pretty much every night when we realise the show's on in 3 weeks, and then we just. But everyone's totally committed. There's just, when it's not for profit, no one gets paid, but we just give it everything, even though we've all got full-time jobs and whatever. Because it's just such a fantastic thing to be part of.
Such a laugh.
So yeah, that's brilliant. So the main thing is character-wise as well as your accents as well. You've had to play like Scottish characters. So how did that come about? Were you constantly rehearsing the accent or workshops and that type of thing?
Well, yeah, we had a few workshops. Like, look,
we had a Glaswegian lady come in.
But the way I get into my character, I have to do the Proclaimers song, and I have to go, when I wake up, oh, I know I'm gonna be the man that wakes up next to you, and then
I've just got a natural ear for accents, so I don't have to do that.
And I luckily got a part where I don't play a Scottish character because I am the worst person at accents. So I avoided any sort of Scottish in the play.
Yeah, so from the writing process, how did that come about? Because it's written by the whole cast, so was it character-driven kind of thing? Like each of you had a character and then brought it all together?
It would be, we'd take things from the original script or book, we would then devise it in rehearsal, we'd then do improvisation, and then afterwards we'd all write it down. That would be our homework, to go home and write it down and send it to the director and the producer, and they'd sort of like accumulate it all together and then produce it and put it together and then add their own sort of like creative flair to it, didn't we?
Yeah.
Which then we've got to say, although we did quite a bit, they wrote a lot. The vast majority of it.
Some really moving scenes, didn't they?
That's it. So when did it really start for Telltale Productions? Like, how long has it been going? Has there been many plays from Telltale Productions, and what can we look forward to in the future?
Do you know, I think it's our 2-year birthday was this week.
Was it this
Yeah,
week?
Telltale was 2 this week.
Happy birthday, Telltale! Not even listening.
The first show was 1984, and that was
March
The
last
book,
year.
1984, not in 1984.
Yeah.
And then since then we've been we were in a competition called Stage Struck.
Changed his name to Nation's Best Amdram now. Stupid title. But yeah. And we got to the semi-finals in that, but we're not supposed to tell anyone, so don't put that on.
Okay,
Yeah.
so...
No, but for a fledgling theatre company to be going to a competition, there was like 80 groups, and then it just kept getting whittled down. So it was intense, but the experience was amazing, and we learnt so much. We got Martin Shaw as a mentor.
We had training by the Royal Shakespeare Company as well.
Oh, that was
so
good.
many treats for such a new company. Like, so it's nice that we've all come together and been able to do a show without any cameras and judges and competition, but we've taken a lot from that, haven't we?
But I suppose we've worked on 4 different plays after 1984. In Stage Struck we did An Enemy of the People, Ibsen's An Enemy of the People, and King Lear. We just did those 2, didn't we?
Yeah.
And now we've done Users, an adaptation of Tradesman. So 4 pieces.
So 4 up to now. So what does the future look like for Telltale Productions? Any plans in the pipeline, or is it just get this one out the way?
Well, once this one's out
I
the
think we'd like to do
way.
a script next, is the plan. Because we're
Yeah. There'll definitely be, it'll be ongoing, won't it? And so there's...
I'm sure Emma and
scripted
Leanne have
play.
got ideas about what we're doing next, but it's all hush-hush at the moment, I think.
We've just got too much momentum. It's too much fun to be part of, and we'll definitely keep going.
Sure, and just one last question is, how can people find out about your group? Is there a Facebook page?
Website.
Twitter?
There's the Facebook, facebook.com/Telltale Theatre Company. There's the Twitter, which on Twitter we are Telltale Drama, because somebody already nabbed Telltale Theatre, bastards. And
I've seen that, actually.
And there is the website, www.telltaletheatre.co.uk. You can email info@telltaletheatre.co.uk for more information, and you can phone Emma and Leanne, and I haven't memorised their phone numbers, so
Just give them your phone number down.
Dan's in charge of marketing, in case you hadn't already noticed.
Okay, then so everything will be up online. So thanks for the interview. It was only like a very short thing.
Thank you.
I've had fun watching you play. And,